everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I will do an individual reading for Twice's member, Chaeyoung. We are going to look at 4 different areas of her life, her current energy, her career, any love messages, and any healing messages that come through as well. And I guess I don't really know what else to say besides I know everyone's looking forward to the rest of the Twice members, and believe me, I will complete the whole group. I'm just taking my time with it as I tend to just usually do. But with that, I will start with Chaeyoung's current energy and go from there. Sorry. By the way, I kind of wanted to show off my cat, my glowing cat. That's who we have in the corner right now. In case anyone was wondering what that glowing light was all about, it's a cat. I'm not too sure why I felt compelled to just use it, but we are now, so yeah. So let's see, how is her current energy right now? Okay, let me connect to her energy. How is Chaeyoung doing right now? I'm kind of happy that she was okay with using like the Happy Tarot. Usually when picking cards and decks for each person, there are few times that some people are like, oh, I don't want this cards, or I want this card, or stuff like that. And by that I mean like sometimes I feel the desire of using a certain deck over another deck, and that's what I mean by they pick their own decks almost. Of course, based on the selection that I have. So right away we have the Hermit reverse and the Sun. I wanted to say the Star, but it's, even though the Sun is a star, in this, in tarot, the Sun is its own thing. So this kind of tells me that right now she seems to be trying to avoid Hermit mode, or she's trying to get herself out of that mode. So usually Hermit mode is what I call when someone needs to take some time off to reflect, or take some time off to analyze themselves a little bit deeper, to get to know themselves from the inside out, or to heal anything from the inside out. However, we have the Sun right next to it. I keep wanting to say the Star, so I'm not too sure what that's all about, but the fact that the Sun is right next to it tells me that maybe just Chaeyoung was going through like a difficult period in her life. And by difficult I mean like, a moment of solitude, a moment to be on her own and get to know herself a little bit better. And the Sun is supposed to represent someone that's happy, optimistic, and confident. So the fact that they're like right next to each other kind of tells me that she's leaving this Hermit mode and starting to be a little bit more optimistic. So I feel that she may have just completed her healing, if there was anything she had to heal, or something along those lines. Along those lines. Along those lines. Am I tired? Maybe that could be an issue. I'm not too sure. So we have the High Priestess, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles. There's this sense of leaving. Oh, let me see. Oh, look, and we have the Empress on the bottom. I like that. There's like a lot of good energy for her. She feels to be like a very confident person, because we have the Empress and the High Priestess. The Empress is supposed to be Venus energy, and the High Priestess is the Moon. So we have energy of someone that is intuitively, creatively, and spiritually okay and well balanced, but it also feels like she is currently in the energy of just loving herself and being confident with herself and be happy with herself. But I'm going to take out some cards to clarify this 5 of Pentacles in a little bit. However, we have this Empress energy, which is my favorite card in this deck because it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see it well. So it's like a very pretty card, and it's supposed to show her own confidence, her own beauty, and her own love. So far, the only sign that we have is this Virgo card, so maybe she's trying to detach herself from her work and maybe be less of a workaholic and more of loving herself and working on that area. Virgo is also known as a sign of service or a sign of healing, so I wouldn't be surprised if right now the way that she's taking care of herself is through being confident, loving herself, and of course being generous to herself. Because usually Virgo is known to be someone that takes care a lot about their health, and the way that she views herself is part of her health, right? I mean for everyone, right? But right now it seems like there's a lot of energies about just being happy and optimistic and being content. Let's see. There could be a thing that she's enjoying life like a child, or she has healed her inner child, which is like anything in the past that could have been holding her back. She has healed that right now, and she's working on that. However, there's this sense of finding balance between her subconscious and her conscious side. So whatever it's on the back of her mind has come forward, and she can acknowledge it and work with it. That Empress tells me that there's this sense of beauty that she's very happy with, because it's upright. So this tells me that she is transforming. There's fertility with those bunnies, but with that it could mean like new ideas and new projects are coming into fruition. I feel that there's this sense of having. Let's look at this card closely. It's like if you look at the Empress right here, we have butterflies that symbolize to me transformations. So she's going through her own transformations to be more confident, to be balanced, and to be self-aware. Then we have this bird that to me symbolizes freedom, but it also symbolizes messages. So she could be getting messages to herself, or having a stronger and more concrete sense of communication within herself. And right here we have a cat that to me symbolizes independence and self-awareness. So I feel that she's becoming more conscious of her own mind, what she desires, what she likes. And I think her desires are a very strong thing, because I picked a bunch of orange and red stones, meaning that her 3 chakras are very well balanced. And by that I mean that she is very confident. She has optimism, because that's the solar plexus being used in a healthy way. And then we have the solar plexus, which is supposed to represent what we desire, our drive, and our passions, which seems to also be very healthy for her, meaning that she knows what she wants and she understands that it's okay to want whatever it is that she wants. And then the root chakra, meaning that she has all of the physical grounding that she needs. So she seems to be very healthy and well balanced in that way. That other card that we have, the other thing that I wanted to point out were the little bunnies right here. So bunnies could symbolize good luck. It could symbolize that she's being very aware of her surroundings. It could also symbolize that she's very good at listening, potentially to those messages within herself and from life. It also feels with these bunnies that there's fertility, but I don't necessarily mean kids as much as I mean like she has the ability to make any dream come true, because she has that abundant luck and the ability to manifest whatever it is that she's waiting for or aiming for or dreaming of. Now we have the stars as the crown of this person, of this Empress, and to me that kind of symbolizes that there's this nurturing side of herself that she's doing a very good job in keeping balance or keeping okay. Those stars tell me that whatever dreams that she has in mind, she has them very well defined. I guess that's what I'm trying to look for. Also, I was doing my research, and I think depending on what time she was born, Chaeyoung is probably a Taurus, because it's April 23rd, so that's Taurus season. But she's on the cusp, so she could have the fire of Aries being like carried into her Taurus tendencies. And Venus, which is the Empress card, is the ruler of Taurus, telling me that she is definitely within her energy. She knows who she is. I mean, Taurus is a 5th sign, telling me that she has very strong set values and she's very grounded, and she seems to be someone that currently is loving herself, and that is definitely very good and very great. Again, we have the High Priestess, which is supposed to symbolize this sense of, what is it called? Of balance. It's not justice necessarily, but it's balance, because to me this black represents our subconscious, and this white represents our conscious side. So I feel that she has that well settled down in a way. Yeah. Anyway, now let me clarify that 5 of Pentacles. Why is this 5 of Pentacles here? I wanted to double check that there wasn't a card underneath. So with these 2 cards, to clarify this Five of Pentacles. Usually the Five of Pentacles is supposed to represent someone that feels left out, someone that feels abandoned, or doesn't, or feels like they're not supported, or that life left them astray almost. But to clarify it, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords reversed. So it kind of tells me with this Seven of Pentacles that she has to be patient for some project to come into fruition. So Pentacles represent all of the material things, all of the physical things. So I wouldn't be surprised if right now Chaeyoung wants to do something or is working on a project and she has to wait for things to come into fruition. And I think what she has to wait for is that message, or that, I guess, that hint or that sign that it's okay, like, you know, that green light to say this project is good, go through with it. And it could be from the company if it's like a career work type of project, or as much as it could just be from herself and be like, okay, do I have the necessary resources to make it happen? Do I have the confidence for it? Do I have the information and knowledge that I need to make this project come true? Because this Page of Swords reverse tells me that she's currently kind of she may not have the right knowledge or enough information or enough people for it. I'm saying people because I feel that there's this sense of also communicating and talking to other people to make, like, networking to make it happen basically. And it feels like she may feel a little bit left out, so maybe she needs people to support her in some project or in some idea or thing that she's working on, but it's not coming into fruition yet because she has to wait for the pieces to come down to play, right? And by that I mean, like, she needs to wait to get the right people, to get like the right work or like the right knowledge. And again, what I mean by right is like whatever she needs for her project. So it feels like there's a sense of like she has to wait, but it feels like she has to wait to get people together. Okay, what else do we have for Chaeyoung's current energy? So we have the Three of Cups reversed. She may be working herself a little bit too much because the Three of Cups is supposed to be a card of celebration. Or there is a chance that right now Chaeyoung is not even realizing that she's doing very well for herself. Like, yeah, she has the confidence, but maybe she doesn't feel like she's in the right situation, or she may not be content with her current situation. She may be leaving this hermit mode, and by that is like leaving her solitude and entering this new stage. But it may be a little bit difficult for her to continue being with people or having fun or celebrating or befriending people. So she may be struggling to get herself out of that hermit mode, telling me that she may have so much time in her own and in solitude that even though she's getting herself out of that mode, she may be struggling to connect with people again. I do think that she may be a little bit too comfortable on her own, and because of that, now that she wants to make this project happen and realize that she may need people and networking, she may be like, ugh, this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I feel like that's what she's struggling with, to work with those people, to have fun and celebrate. So she may be working a little bit too much. So we have the Nine of Cups reversed, telling me that she's not satisfied with something. What is Chaeyoung not satisfied with? Wait. So I guess the lack of communication and human interaction has caused her to like kind of regress and be like, oh, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how to start this new project. I don't know how to start this new idea. I don't know how to communicate it, nor do I really know how to think about it, because we have the Ace of Swords reversed. We also have the Lovers. So I don't necessarily think this is a lover deal because it's Gemini energy. So Gemini is the one that represents the Lovers, and that to me tells me that she is struggling to communicate. I think she may be struggling to organize her ideas and put them down into paper or put them in a physical sense. So if she wants to do something, like, there's a chance that she desires to do something, but she still doesn't really know how to make that happen, or how that would look like, or how she can physically manifest it. Because it could be something like, oh, I desire to communicate how people should love themselves, but then it's like, okay, but how do I do that? Or it's like, oh, I want to communicate to people how to take care of their friends, but okay, but how do I do that, right? So she may have a desire and an idea of like, this is what I want to do, but she may not necessarily know how to manifest that and communicate that to people. Like, she seems to still be organizing herself and her ideas and everything. We also have the Five of Cups telling me that she may be a little bit, she's not content with the situation she's in. She's going through changes and transformations, because we have Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups, and Five represents changes. And then we have the Four of Cups. So she may be a little bit distracted with her own emotions. So maybe she has this intuitive knowledge and this knowing of, I want to do this, I want to do this other thing. But she may be struggling a little bit to make it happen because she's still going through the motions of things rather than... So it's kind of like she's still feeling her way around whatever it is that she wants, but she still hasn't really figured out how to make that idea something more concrete or more physical or more, or not even how to communicate it. So let's say maybe she wants to write a song, but she can't really put her emotions down onto paper, and so maybe she does have the way she could portray it and how to express it, but she may not have the words to express it, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, how do you talk about love, you know, or how do you talk about friendship, or how do you talk about whatever thing she wants to talk about. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, I almost dropped my cards because I was shuffling on my lap. So let's see. I want to know about this Ace of Swords reverse. What is going on with that? Ace of Swords. She may be afraid, or like she may be afraid of talking about what she's afraid of, maybe. Because the Seven of Wands is supposed to represent illusions or fears that we have but aren't necessarily physical. So it could be her fear of disappointment, her fear of not being in love, or her fear of rejection, or to talk about the fear of something, right? Like she may, or maybe people not welcoming her idea, something like that. We have the Page of Wands. She may struggle a little bit, I think, because of what she's afraid of. It's holding her back, and she can't even hear the sign or the hint of like this message of like, go take action. Now is the time. Do it now, or stuff like that. I think she may be struggling a little bit with that. But to end of her current energy, we have the King of Swords reverse. So yeah, communication is something that she is struggling with a lot. So she may have very good communication with herself, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she knows how to portray that and express that. I think her biggest problem right now is how to clearly express how she's feeling, or how to express her ideas. So it seems like her biggest changes were of loving herself. But I think her biggest struggle right now is the situation she's in to clearly communicate what it is that she wants to communicate. I think her self-expression is something that she still struggles with, and that's why we're getting like a bunch of cards that talked about being confident yet not being completely happy and satisfied with what she's going through. It seems like I don't think she's necessarily impatient, but I do think that she may have a lot of blockages within finding what she, not necessarily what she desires, but finding a way to express that properly. And what I mean properly is so she can convey everything she's feeling in a way that she feels other people will understand. Because I do think that she needs to work with other people, and she just struggles to communicate with them properly. She may be not necessarily quiet. I just think she feels like she doesn't have the right words to express herself properly. Again, this idea of making sure that people get the right message and making sure people understand where she's coming from and what she means and stuff like that. Oh, I have something in my eye. So I'm trying to see, I think with the Lovers, it's supposed to represent like that knowledge. I think she's trying to get more knowledge too. And by knowledge, it's like maybe learn new words, or learn how to communicate herself in a more eloquent way, a more proper way, or a more expressive way, I guess. So maybe finding the right language. And by language, I don't mean like necessarily speaking a different one, as much as I mean just being able to find the right words. That's what I mean by language. I also feel that she's divinely protected in her journey, because we have this guardian angel right here, and I think that the way that they're protecting her, or how life is protecting her, is by constantly reminding her of her self-confidence. Is like, if you are standing within your power, you will be able to express yourself. People will understand where you're coming from, even if you feel like you're not expressing yourself properly, and something like that. But with that, I will go on to the next section, which will be Chaeyoung's career. So let's see what we have for Chaeyoung. Am I saying her name right? If I'm not, well, I apologize for saying her name wrong. But let's see. What do we have for her career? Any messages coming through for her career? We have dependability and fortitude. So it feels like there's this very strong masculine energy going through her career. There's this sense of becoming one with animals, or like understanding her animal instinct or her survival instinct. There's this sense of communication is like essential, because we have blue pretty much all over these cards. There's this sense of detaching herself from something, because this dependability is giving me two vibes. One of them could be that she's being codependent with some situation that she's in within her career, and the other one is that she needs to maybe rely a lot more with the people she's surrounded with. So there's a chance that she may be struggling a little bit to open up to the people she's surrounded with. There's this sense of connecting in a deeper spiritual sense, because the foreheads and the crown chakras are almost connecting. So it's like if you connect your third eye with somebody's third eye and someone's crown chakra to somebody's crown chakra, there's this sense of opening up through the heart and let that blossom. So maybe making a little bit more concrete relationships, or in her career, she doesn't want to just make it about work and about career, but she wants to start getting a little bit deeper with those connections. Then we have this other card that it kind of feels like having the higher perspective to open up her heart, or like, oh, I'm also getting this red string. You know how they say that there's this thing where you have like a red string and it connects to your soulmate or to your partner or to that other half, or however you want to see it. So there's a chance that Chaeyoung may find her love partner through her work, or she may find herself through her work as well. I feel that there's this sense of, what am I getting? Because there's so many animals right here, so it's like having fun with. She seems to be very good at seeing the details about things. Now, I'm not. I like Twice, and I enjoy their. I would just say their music videos, because I haven't really gone through and listened to like their side tracks, but I don't really know much about like the girls, so I don't really know how Chaeyoung usually is. But I'm getting this sense of she's very good at looking at the small details, where she likes to look very deep within, like she's a very good at observing people, or observing the situation and her surroundings. Why am I saying this? Because I feel very called to just putting up this card so you guys can see like the drawings and everything here. So I'm getting that this wolf is supposed to represent that she likes to work with people, but she doesn't want it to be just a temporary thing. It feels like she is of the type that likes to have, even if it's a small group, she likes it. She wants to make sure that it's a very close group, and she wants to make sure that it's people that can rely within each other. You know, wolves travel in packs, and it's actually very bizarre to have like a lone wolf. It's a thing, but she feels like she prefers to work with people and have that sense of community. Also, this lanterns, is that what it's called? It kind of tells me that she is very strong, not necessarily stubborn, but definitely like she has a very forward approach, and she has a very direct way of doing things. So whatever goal she has in mind, she just goes for it. A very Taurus thing, honestly. And then there's like this feline, but like half of its face is showing, so there's this sense of like she's kind of mysterious in her job and in her career. But I think that's because she kind of keeps to herself, because she doesn't feel like the type that wants to just have superficial relationships with people. Then there's this bird that tells me this sense of having this higher knowledge, of having this new perspective, or seeing things from a different point of view, and that gives her confidence. I feel that maybe feeling unique, or feeling that she is within her own bubble and her own self-image, that gives her confidence, because this bird it has yellow, which represents the solar plexus. And then we have this little thing that reminded me of what the otter represents to me, and the otter usually represents just to be happy, enjoy life, and have the luxury to just chill. So I feel that this animal is representing something like that. Then we have people again. So there's this sense of she likes to have a very strong community, and she likes to be very close to the people she's with. Now, we have dependability. So I think in her career that she wants to have very strong connections with people. Again, nothing superficial. I think she's not about that life. There's a lot of feathers. So there's this sense of having confidence, or she likes to hear how confident someone is. There's communication and messages is very important. I'm getting a balance of chakras. That's something very important as well. But it feels like she may want to find, or she may find her fate may bring her partner because of her work. I'm not necessarily sure if she'll work with this person, like if they'll be in the same field. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's an idol, nor will I even say it's part of the staff. I just feel that she'll meet her partner through work. And let's see, what else do we have for Chaeyoung. So let's see, for her career we have full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. And then we have new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success. So I do feel that confidence is the key to her success, and by that I mean that we had the Empress, we have the High Priestess, we had the Sun, and that all represents her self-image and her self-confidence. So I do feel that confidence gets her a very, very far in life, especially if that confidence gives her this like bird's eye view. So it allows her to see things from a new point of view, from a new perspective, and maintains her stable, grounded, and it keeps her afloat. But this full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. I do feel that this sense of uniqueness, this sense of doing things differently, this sense of doing things her own way could get in her path of finding people that could be very valuable to her, just because they are not in the same wavelength as her the moment she meets them. If that makes sense. It's kind of like she meets people, but if they're not on the same page as her when they meet, then she may just brush them off as not good enough, or not really someone she wants to have a connection with or a relationship with. But what I'm getting from that is that life is kind of saying you shouldn't judge a book by their cover. And in this sense, the cover is whatever situation they're currently in. I do feel there's some people that are very wonderful, they're very great, and they're lovely, but maybe they're going through a very rough time when you meet them. So your first impression of them could not be that good, but then when you get to know them better, you realize, okay, of course, that's just part of them, right? They were just going through a rough time, or that's just what they're learning and struggling with and growing from. There's some people that may struggle a lot with love, while others don't, and maybe others don't struggle as much with building their career, but then others do, and stuff like that, right? So everyone has their own struggles, everyone has the things that trigger them, everyone has the things that they're always working on and constantly going for and constantly trying to improve on, while, and they could be completely different from the things that she's working on, right? So I do feel that when it says don't let pride get in your way, it's like you could have very good people surrounding you in your career and very good people you could work with and have those deep connections with, but I do feel that there's this sense of giving people second chances. So there might be this thing where she doesn't want people to disturb her balance, and by making sure that doesn't happen, she may easily just push people away and be like, okay, you're not in the energy I will want you in, if that makes sense. And that's very easy for her to just be like, get away. So, and I think she has enough confidence to just tell people, I don't need you in my life, I don't really need you in my circles, please leave me alone, right? I don't think she necessarily has the right way of saying things, so she may come off as a little bit too mean or a little bit too direct, or it may seem like she's kind of hard to handle, but I think that's because her front is her confidence, right? What I mean by front is like what she puts ahead of herself. Like she doesn't want to show her vulnerable side right away, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I think that by not giving those people like a second chance to show their true selves, she's not really giving herself even the second chance to show them who she really is as well, if that makes sense. So let's see, what do we have for Chaeyoung's career? Like, what's going to happen, or what do you see is going on? Let's see, what's happening in her career. We have the Page of Swords reverse, we have the Wheel, aha, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it seems like so we have the Page of Swords reverse again and the Seven of Pentacles upright again. So it seems like the thing that we were talking about in her current energy that she's waiting for, or she doesn't feel too happy about currently, is her career. So it seems like, yeah, what I was saying, I see this as confirmation, like, yeah, that's what she's going through right now. But we have the Wheel of Fortune, so I think things are not happening how she wants them because fate is working with her. And what I mean by fate is like life is planning things out, they're organizing everything, so it's just not the right time for things to happen. And that's why she still needs to wait for the fruits of her labor to blossom. I also feel with this Page of Swords that she's being divinely guided to make things happen, and that's why it's still not the right time. And I think with the right time, that right time is not necessarily that she's the one holding herself back in making it happen, as much as I do think that life is like, give us a second, we'll tell you how things are going to work out, or we're going to guide you, or you're suddenly going to get the inspiration to do stuff when everything is settled down. So when we have the right people for you, when we have the right connections for you, and when people are ready to receive this message and stuff like that. So I do feel that what we were talking about in her current energy, it did apply with her career. Okay, let's see. So we have the Six of Swords reverse. I do feel that she may want to leave any energy that is not serving her, or anything that is being quite of turmoil or difficult in her career. She needs to leave that behind. It could hold her back for when the time is right, when the wheel starts turning again. Let's see. So what else do we see for her career? Let's see. What are these fruits? Oh, I can't take the card off. So we have Death reverse. So it seems like there's this sense of like there's going to be a transformation, and I mean she may have to leave things that don't work for her. So I feel like it's like getting rid of the baggage, or clearing any energy that doesn't serve her and that doesn't work for her. But I think this is happening so like that she can, it's like, you know, when they say like to travel lighter, I feel. So in order for things to go smoothly and work better, there's this sense of needing to have this rebirth, to let go of old ideas and bring in new ideas. So I guess this sense of letting go of her pride. So it's kind of like ending a cycle because it's a full moon, and then starting a new one because it's you're going from a full moon to a new moon, if that makes sense. I do feel that her confidence will help her find the right people. Her confidence will help her because she will be in her own energy, and that's something that will help her see what she really wants in her life and what she doesn't want in her life. So the cards I just flipped were the Ace of Wands reverse and the Hangman. And underneath the Hangman we had the King of Pentacles. So I think one of the things that she's currently going through is that she may be trying to see this new point of view and start taking action towards that new point of view, or this new idea, this new project. I'm still not necessarily getting what that project is, but I think that could potentially be because in her current energy we got a lot of cards that kind of said she doesn't really have much of an idea of how to make it happen. So if that's the case, it will be difficult for me to understand what she wants to do. However, we have this King of Pentacles reverse, so she may be struggling to continue evolving and improving in her career. So like leveling up, that's kind of what I'm getting. Like she may be struggling a little bit to succeed in her career the way that she will want, or to improve her public image, because the King of Pentacles is represented, or like it connects to Capricorn energy, and Capricorn energy is the ruler of the 10th house, which is our public image or status in our career, and I guess our father image. So I do feel there's like this masculine energy, or not necessarily masculine, just this fatherly figure that could be getting in the way of her career. I do feel that there is someone like I don't know if it's putting her down or someone's expectations of her are what like are stressing her a little bit in her career. I don't necessarily think is like the CEO of JYP. I don't really think it's the company. I do think it could be someone outside of that that she feels carries more value than what she wants to accomplish. So it could there's this sense of she needs to let go maybe of those expectations that they have of her, so like that she can go more towards what she does want, right? Which I'm not too sure what that is though. So let's see. So yeah, it seems like there's like this fatherly figure that could be getting in the way of her having the courage and the ability to take action, because we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So let's see, what does Chaeyoung want to do in her career? So we have Temperance, again, the sense of balance, and we have Strength. So this is like quite like a big mission for her. I think she is trying very hard to learn this lesson of letting go of someone. So I do feel that in her career, that's where she lacks a lot of confidence. She has a lot of confidence about her person and about her character, but she doesn't have that much confidence with her career. I think that's her biggest problem right now. We have Temperance. Temperance is supposed to symbolize balance. It's supposed to symbolize the sense, but it's like internal balance, right? It's not necessarily like physical balance. It's supposed to be like, oh, you have a connection between your water and fire side. So not fire, earth. So it's kind of like grounding yourself and also having the ability to feel your way through life. And there's also right here we have blue and yellow, so it's like solar plexus and throat chakra energy. So being able to talk about your confidence, be able to speak with confidence, be able to be optimistic and stuff like that. We also have Strength reversed. So we didn't have it, but I was thinking of Strength for some reason. But we had so many cards in her current energy that kind of show that she's a strong individual. She knows who she is, and that's very good for her. However, her career is something that she lacks a lot of confidence with, and I think that could be because there's these expectations we put on her that she's not content with. But she may take them very dearly to her, and it weighs a lot within her way of doing things, because it's about someone, the person that's putting those expectations on her is someone that she truly admires, or she truly respects, or she just may need to detach herself from. Okay, I want just one more card. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's very, whatever energy it is that's holding her back, it's getting in the way of her physical long-term career projects to even start, because she can't take action with confidence. I do feel that's like a big issue right now. We have the Nine of Cups reversed. Again, she's not satisfied with how things are going, because we have the Nine of Cups again, and it's reversed again. So this is like a very consistent thing going through. So I wanted to take out one card to see what was going on with her career. Well, not one card, because I wanted to know what is like the energy holding her back. But we have the Hummingbird, so that tells me that it's kind of like just be happy, be like enjoy her career. If she wants to sing at her own tune, go out at her own pace, do her own thing. There's this sense of grounding her voice. So I'm getting this idea of like being elegant, be sweet, be friendly, being open, be free, and of course sing your song. I do feel that there's this whole thing about her communicating what she really wants and what she truly desires, and not what she thinks she should say or what she thinks is the right thing. I think she prefers to stay quiet and not speak her truth, if that makes sense. And there's this sense of making her own light but finding her own balance, because there's all the colors of the chakras, and we have this like circle pushing away all this darkness. So it's kind of like, I do feel that in this case it is supposed to symbolize negative and positive energy, and negative energy is whatever energy does not flow with what she wants to do with her own truth. But let's see, what energy is holding Chaeyoung back in her career? Like, what's holding her, what's her obstacle, what's holding Chaeyoung back? So we have we have another bird, we have an eagle. So it feels like it could be a higher up, or someone she admires, or someone she looks up to, or someone that she deeply respects, or someone that carries a lot of, someone that is very forward and someone that carries a very important role in her life. I feel this is someone very significant. We have an eagle, so that's an apex predator, meaning that this is like some alpha energy. I'm talking about some, it could be a boss, it could be a staff, it could be just someone she knows, it could be her family, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a senior, whatever. It could be someone that she looks up to or she admires, or their words carry a lot of weight within her career, because that's just how she does things, right? So I do feel that this is an individual that has a very big influence within her career, and she may be struggling a little bit with that area of her life. And what I mean by struggling, I feel like they are going full force for something, and she and those expectations are being put on her, right? Like they're projecting on her. They're like, I want you to do this, I want you to do this other thing, or it will be good if you did this and this other thing and this other thing. And it's kind of getting in the way of what she really wants to do, because to her it matters a lot what this person says, and this is someone that may kind of like step on her. And what I mean by that is like they only think, it could be someone that's kind of like selfish and they want to do their own thing and they only care about themselves. And I'm not saying that they're necessarily mean to her, but they don't really put into account, nor do they really take the time to understand what it is that Chaeyoung wants in her life. And I feel that that could be getting on her, like on the way of her true calling and in her journey, because we have the Nine of Cups reversed, meaning that she's not satisfied with it, and because of that she's of course not going to be content doing what she's doing if she is basing it off what somebody else is doing. But they both share a very similar energy because they're both air. We have air symbol here and air symbol there, so that kind of represents that this sense of being very similar or from similar backgrounds or similar energy. And that's why she may look up to this eagle energy, but this eagle energy is kind of like suffocating her and getting on the way of what she truly desires and what she wants. And with that, I will go on to her next section, which is her love life. Let's see, what do we have in store for Chaeyoung's love life? Let's see what's going on there. Oh, 2 cards popped up. We have Brilliance and we have Listen. What I got right away is that there's this sense of like she needs to follow her heart, listen to her guides, or pay attention to the signs if she wants to find the right person for her. This Brilliance tells me that there could be someone that has a lot of good things to offer to her in her love life, someone that could offer to her whatever it is that she's looking for. But I can't say it now. With this card that we got with Listen, it kind of feels like there's this sense of pay attention to the signs, pay attention to whatever life has to offer, whatever, like she may get warning something like this is not the right person, but she may still go with it. And it's one of those things that if she just paid attention, she could save herself the energy she spends on those people. And with whatever people you have, you create connections. And because I mean, yeah, connections go both ways, but if she makes a connection with someone and it's not something that is going to last too long, or it's not going to benefit her in any way, shape, or form, she will still learn her lesson. Like there's still something she can learn from any connection she makes. But if she kind of goes through the experience, like let's say there's someone that she wants, right? And life is like, why are you going for this person? They have nothing to offer to you. And what I mean nothing is they don't have what you're looking for, so why even bother? But then she goes through with it anyway, because she's like, oh, I want that, right? Let me just go for it. But then she just goes through the disappointment that, yeah, this person did not have what she wanted. So I don't want to say it's necessarily a waste of time, but it would be a mistake if she does that thing again. You know, it's a learning experience, but if she does that, if she goes through that cycle again, if she does that again, it becomes a cycle, right? A cycle of never listening to her heart, or never listening to her spirit guides or her angels or whoever's protecting her, or like, because here's the thing, they can be sending her those messages through people as well. So maybe a friend is like, you know what, I don't really like how that person's treating you, or oh, I don't really like how that person acts with other people, and that's kind of like, you know, like a red flag. you know, if she paid attention to it. So I do feel that Chaeyoung is not, in her love life, she may just go with the flow of things and not listen carefully to what she feels in her gut feeling, right? That thing that tells her, you know, I don't think this person is right for me. I don't think they have what I'm looking for. But I do feel that if she listens carefully, she will be guided to find that person that is going to offer her a lot of beautiful things. So let's see. What is the link between this brilliance and Chaeyoung? I want the card that summarizes their connection. Efficiency. So I think this brilliance that's coming through for Chaeyoung is supposed to represent like the connection that they both have is to help each other be their best version. It's like I'm getting like this golden coin almost. So it's like, so it's supposed to bring a lot of positivity, a lot of healing from the heart, a lot of desire, not from your passions and your motivations and your fire, but from their heart. So it's supposed to be a connection that opens up both of them through their heart chakra. It's supposed to be a loving relationship. It's supposed to be it's a connection that is meant to help both of them grow in a loving way, not the hardships of disagreements and triggers of karmic triggers, more of loving connections. So let's see, what energy do we have? Let's how should I put this? We're gonna take out 3 cards from this deck, and let's see. I want a card for their connection, this brilliance, and then her. Let's see. So the connection. So let's see. We're gonna take out for Chaeyoung first. For love life right now, we have a fiery climax approaches. I think the fiery climax is a potential of a new love, a better one. Oh no! I just dropped brilliance. That's what we're calling this energy. So brilliance, what are they working for in their love life? It's time to release negativity. Okay. I do feel that this brilliance then is probably going through a rough time. And right now that I said is going through a rough time, I remember how I mentioned that one of the things that Chaeyoung has is that she kind of judges a little bit too quickly. And by judging is that she takes her first impressions very seriously. So I kind of mentioned earlier that Chaeyoung has this thing that she kind of judges a little bit too quickly, and by that I mean that first impressions are very important to her. So I do feel that it kind of goes both ways, right? Like I have to admit that the 2 artists don't like his energy, not at all. So I mean I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that are like, I agree, don't like his energy at all. So I do think this brilliance is a new energy, a new love, a new partner, someone that will be able to offer Chaeyoung what she deserves. And by that I mean a lot of love, a lot of beauty, a lot of good things, a lot of like they both carry, it's supposed to be like learning and growing together with love, lots of love, partnership, a lot of that. Being able to listen to each other carefully, not triggering each other in a negative way, but it's more like instead of triggering, it's like activating the good in each other and also healing all of the negativity that they carry. I do feel though that there's some work. It feels like she's more ready for this brilliance energy than this brilliance energy is ready for her. Now I'm calling it brilliance because I do feel that this card kind of clearly represents the energy this person carries. So it's like the right side is Chaeyoung, and then the energy of a potential partner is on my left right here. So it feels like they have a lot of, this full moon in Scorpio tells me that they're slowly ending a cycle of releasing any negativity. So it could be that there's still some healing that this person has to do, but if that's the case, I kind of just got the sense that if they have already met, Chaeyoung probably didn't have the best first impression, and she probably put this person in the back of her head. And I do think that it's not necessarily a mistake as much as she may want to give a second chance to these people so that she can even get to meet this person. And I said people because I do feel that it will benefit it will benefit her career and her networking if she allowed people like that second chance, right? And I kind of want to hesitate from saying second chance, because it's not like these people did anything wrong. They were just probably not in the energy Chaeyoung enjoys and likes when they first met. That's why I think first impressions are very important to her, because it's kind of like she puts these labels on people, like, oh, this I want, this I don't want, this I like, this I don't like. And it might be a little bit hard to get these people out of those labels that she has put on them. And I do think that it's beneficial to make sure that she can get rid of people that will not serve her any good, right? But I do think that the problem with Chaeyoung's way of thinking in this sense is that she doesn't even allow herself to get to know these people. And by that is like, some people right away they'll give you a bad vibe, and with that, my advice is have them at arm's length. So, you know, don't be too close to them, don't be too attached to them, but you know, if they're not treating you bad, then it's like you can treat them nicely as well. Just don't be too close to them. And then there's other people that are very, very nice, but they feel a little bit too codependent. Again, arm's length as well. You don't have to be a butthole to them, but you could definitely, you don't have to be their best friend or anything, if that makes sense. And I feel that's kind of like her issue. She prefers to just keep everyone at arm's length and just let some few people go in. But if I do feel that it doesn't really work for her, because she may allow the wrong people to go through because they were in the right state when she first met them, if that makes sense. Like, someone could come in all confident and everything, but they could be like the biggest butthole you've met in your life. But since she already let them in, she may keep them because that's just how she works. I don't know if that makes sense. But I want one card to represent their connection, you know, this Scorpio energy and Chaeyoung's energy. One card to... I wanted one card and then they all went... I'm gonna, you know, put all these cards away and shuffle again. So I do feel that it could come out of nowhere. I do feel that it's fated. I do feel that it's a good energy for both of them. So we have waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. This could be someone that she has been asking for and dreaming of. And I don't necessarily mean this specific person, but this energy or this type of person or this type of character. I do feel that it's the energy. Oh, look, on the bottom we have waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So this kind of tells me that it's someone coming through eventually. The person may not be there yet. They may not be at their, I don't want to say 100%, but they may not even be in the decent energy yet to be in a relationship with her. But I do feel that if they have already met, the first bad impression has been already established. If they haven't met yet, it's because they have, by they I mean life, is working with this Scorpio energy to make sure they don't leave off a first bad impression. And when I mean bad impression, I don't mean that they're mean. I don't mean that they're a bad person. I just mean so they can infiltrate into the labels and boundaries and I guess the shields and walls that Chaeyoung has up for herself to protect herself. But yeah, I want to know the energy of this Scorpio person. A card to represent the energy of this Scorpio person. So we have the hyena. I want this other card. And the cheetah. This is someone that does things very quickly. Someone that when they have a goal in mind, they just go for it. They don't hold back. I think that's why they have to release their negativity. I feel life wants to make sure that this person doesn't come a little bit too aggressively towards her. And when I mean aggressively, I don't mean like in a bad way. I mean it as just someone that's so forward that it will make her want to hold back and be like, what do you want? Why do you want to come towards me? I think this is just someone that is very passionate. Not passionate in a romantic sense, more as intense. Someone that is very intense. So they just go forward with things. It doesn't come off as creepy. I think it actually comes off as very charming. But I do feel that it may not necessarily be too charming for her. I think with her it will be like, you want something, what is it, back off. But I do feel that this is someone sincere. I do feel that is an energy that when they have, it's kind of like they want to go forward and get things done, but then there's another side of them that holds them back. And I think what holds them back is that they want to make sure they don't come off a little bit too intense. I think they're conscious of how much strong forward energy they have, and I think that's why they want to like hold back and not be too overwhelming to someone that they want to approach seriously. So I think this person holds back because they don't want to come off the wrong way. And remember, we're talking about someone that first impressions are very important. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person is very direct and tells her, you know, I want to be with you as a partner. And that could, with her, it could be like, I don't know, it could kind of not necessarily trigger her the wrong way, but more like wake up something in her that is like, is this person a good person? Are they not a good person, right? But we don't want her to decide too quickly. We want them to get to know each other and understand each other before they come down to those conclusions. So let's see, what energy does Chaeyoung have for her love life? So we have Aries energy, impulsive, maybe a little bit non-committal, bit reckless. One card to represent the energy that Chaeyoung has for her love life. I want that one. I want this one. Okay. I think they're both kind of similar. We have the bear. To me, the bear symbolizes an energy that when they see you and they go for you, watch out. Watch out. I do feel that that's like the energy this bear carries. Is like when the bear is going after you, it's over. Over in a good way. In this case, for love life, it's like if she goes for this person, and this person's also going for her, they'll meet halfway. They will. But this black egg kind of tells me that there's still some growth that Chaeyoung is going through. There might be lessons that she still has to learn, and I feel that her career could get in the way of this relationship. And what I mean by that is that she still needs to heal that side of her life before anything can manifest physically with this person, if that makes sense. So there's still healing that has to be done for both of them. This person needs to release negativity, and I think, but it feels like it's for their love life. This one is for their love life, and for Chaeyoung is more about her career. She needs to release the baggage in her career in order for these two people to meet, right? But I do feel that that's what this black egg symbolizes. Like there's this sense of healing all of that and getting rid of all of that negativity and that unnecessary baggage and all of the energy that's holding her back. Because I do feel that she may be putting a lot of attention and energy in her career, because that seems to be what matters to her right now. And it feels like this bear is like, it feels like they're looking away from each other because they want to move forward, but I don't think they have crossed paths yet, at least not in a romantic way. So even if they both have met already, they haven't really gone through the path of, you know what, I want you in my life, let's get together. Like that hasn't happened yet, I feel. But when it does, I think they'll both come forward and meet halfway. So I do think that's like a pretty decent, good energy. Yeah. So let's see. So I'm going to use these cards for her and the happy ones for this Scorpio energy. So let's see. The journey to each other. I have a question. How will they meet? I think just through their career, but let's see. So we have the world. By fate. They'll meet by fate. Or to Chaeyoung is just going to feel like, oh, it's fated that we're together. So if that's the case, I do feel that life is going to help them come together. See, I have a question. What does Chaeyoung like about this? What will she like about this brilliance person, the Scorpio energy? What will she like about them? We have the Eight of Cups reverse. Okay. We have the King. No, that's not a king. The Knight of Swords. I want one more. What else does she like about this energy? I said one more and I got two. We have the Page of Cups and the Five of Wands reversed. Okay, let's see. It feels like what she likes about this person, or what she will like about this person, is that this is an individual that um doesn't like to give up easily. This Eight of Cups reverse tells me that they don't like to give up. But I also got like a very good energy from this Eight of Cups reverse. So it feels like this is someone that is very good at trying to solve issues and any emotional dissatisfaction. It feels like it's the energy of someone that likes to talk about it, because we have the Knight of Swords, and Knight of Swords represents Gemini energy or communication. So I do feel that what she likes that she finds a very good and easy time to just talk to this brilliant Scorpio energy. It also feels with this Five of Wands reverse that this person is very good at reflecting, because to me the Five of Wands reverse symbolizes the energy that is of someone that is constantly going through their internal issues and is solving that and healing that, and they're very good at internalizing and analyzing themselves in that sense. I do feel that this Page of Cups that we have right here kind of symbolizes that this is someone that likes to reflect and improve themselves and grow on their own. But I do think that what she really likes about this person is that they can talk about that growth, they can talk about those issues. So I do feel that this is someone that kind of, I guess the Scorpio energy kind of makes sense, right? I don't think she's necessarily going to be with Scorpio, but I guess the Scorpio quality that this energy has is the energy of someone that likes to, that is not afraid of going through that death card. What I mean by that is that death and rebirth moment. They don't mind reconstructing themselves, and by that is like destroying their foundation and rebuilding it again. I think this is someone that is not afraid of doing that, and they don't mind doing it over and over and over. But I think they are aware that, of course, doing it too often is just not good. Not necessarily that change is not good, but doing it constantly shows that this is the energy of someone that can't commit to their own energy, if you want to put it that way. But I do feel that this person is just very good at internalizing information, very good at observing how they feel and how they take things and how to improve themselves. This is someone that's very good at that. I feel that they may struggle how to communicate emotions, kind of like her, but I think they will both kind of just understand. It will be all those things that is like, what's not said, it's understood. But I think it's not because they don't want to talk about their issues as much as they don't have the right words on how to say what they're going through. And that's not necessarily like a bad thing. I think that's just how they work. That's just how things go. It's not like the Scorpio energy doesn't want to tell her what they're struggling with. It's more like they're just telling Chaeyoung what they can express with words. Everything else that is left unsaid is because they just don't know how to say it. Anyway, okay, so how will this Scorpio energy meet Chaeyoung? How will they meet? Oh man, I'll take the top card. We have Strength. So I think on their first meeting, this Scorpio energy is going to feel the strength that their bond has, the strength that they have together, or the strength of all the possibilities they have. I think this is, if Chaeyoung sees their connection as being faded, then this person is going to see it as a way of, it was meant to be, or I'm glad that my dream came true, or I'm glad I was able to make this connection happen, or I'm glad I found the strength to be with this person, or something like that, right? Okay, so what does this Scorpio energy like about Chaeyoung? I don't know why I felt compelled to do that. You should have come earlier! Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, we have the World reversed. I want one more. Oh wow. What else do you like about Chaeyoung? Oh man. Okay, they just felt like that. Okay. What do you like about Chaeyoung? Oh my goodness. So they're all major arcana. This tells me that it's, oh, and then on the bottom we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is actually very nice. Okay. I'll calm myself down. So, the Scorpio energy, what do they like about Chaeyoung? A lot of good things. It's a lot of nice things. So we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and we have the World reversed. So they're, first of all of these cards, except for the Queen of Pentacles, they're all major arcana, meaning that this is big changes. This is what this person has been looking for the longest of time. I do feel that when they meet, it's gonna turn their world upside down because their dream came true. Because we have the World reverse and the Wheel reverse, so they will definitely have ended a cycle, a big one. Life is definitely under, like, helping this person is definitely trying to make their dream come true as well. But I do feel that, okay, you know how they say that in love and in a partnership, one loves more than the other? I do feel that at first glance, or very deep down, this person is going to really, really, really love Chaeyoung. I think it's going to take Chaeyoung a little bit longer to love them back. I think that's kind of how it works. Because all of these cards show like a situation. It shows like a part of them. But the energy that this Scorpio energy carries is I like everything about them because they're everything I was looking for. You know, the good and the bad. But I feel that, I guess the strength card makes more sense, right? Like, this is what they were looking for. It's like, so they were like able to tame the beast. I feel that it's like they were able to befriend what they truly desire. They were able to befriend their instincts, what they felt called to. We have the Star, so it's something that this person has always been asking for, something that they always wished for, something, it's like a dream come true with this Star. And it's Aquarius, so maybe they meet in Aquarius season, or maybe it takes 6 months or so to make this connection happen. And by make this connection happen, it's like they meet, and then 6 months later they may start thinking of the possibilities of a relationship. We have this Queen of Pentacles, so one of the things that this person likes is that she's a very caring, strong, independent woman. This tells me that this person really, really likes how Chaeyoung has this energy of just being content and happy with life, or just goes with the flow of things, or maybe again this Taurus energy. So her confidence is something that this person just loves. I think her values and her set way of thinking and doing things is something that this person really, really loves as well. I feel that this Wheel of Fortune and fate, they may feel sometimes that life is not helping them, or is not doing a very good job in making sure that they get together. But I think that's because it's not necessarily going at the pace that this Scorpio person will have liked. It's going at the pace that is right for Chaeyoung, if that makes sense. Because I think the one that may resist the most for this relationship is her, not this person. So I do feel that it will take a while for them to come together, because there's this, I do feel that maybe their first impression wasn't that great, or it will take a while for this person to break down the walls to get into the center of what Chaeyoung is. So I do think it's going to take a while, or something along those lines. I do feel that there's this strong fixed energy, so they really, really like the confidence that she carries, her way of thinking, her way of doing things. This person just loves the way that Chaeyoung carries herself. And what else am I getting? Her unique quirks, that's something that they really like about her. Anything that she does and that is like that makes her her, this person loves it. That's actually very nice. But with that, I will go on to the healing messages, which is our last section. So for the final section, I feel like she's gonna make me do something completely different, so here I am, ready to adapt to these new changes. And with that, I'm going to use a couple different decks. Let's start with the Earth Oracle. I have a dancing sister in the background. Anyway, let's see what healing messages we have for Chaeyoung. Let's see what healing messages we have for Chaeyoung. I kind of want 2 cards, but you know, I am the boss of you. You do what you want. So we have discernment. I was looking at it and I was like, what does that say? I couldn't read it for some reason. And we have contents. So I do feel there's a lot of green, so a lot of working from your heart, but balancing everything else. There's a bunch of red on the head of this person, so it kind of feels like grounding her ideas is essential for her. Like, it's very important for her. And I think by grounding her ideas, it will help her a lot in understanding what she wants and how she's going to make that happen. Oh, goodness. Also, this dragonfly tells me that she's learning the truth about what confidence is and how that shows or what that means. I also feel like she's learning how to work with her heart and how to be more confident that way. I feel that's kind of how it works. Wait, did I do that right? I don't know. I do feel that Chaeyoung is slowly learning how to be confident, how to show her feminine side, and by that I mean like how to show her motherly, nurturing, and loving side. And again, by that I mean like how to love herself, how to take care of herself, how to do her own thing, how to be a strong, independent woman. I feel like that's what she's currently working on. I'm getting a lot of beautiful hair, so I guess she takes care of her hair, or she finds that very pretty about herself. Or the healing messages that I'm getting is that she has an overabundance flowing idea type of thing. Did I mess up with my shuffling? No, only one of them was reversed. That bothered me. It bothered me that one of them was reversed. Oh, I was gonna say this because I've noticed that the way that I've laid out the cards has been very clean and organized, and like it really matter how I put them down on the table. And I don't think they're my Virgo tendencies. I do feel that that's just, it could be that Chaeyoung has the energy of someone that likes to keep herself organized or likes to keep her environment cleaned and well put together. But then I was thinking to myself, it would be funny if she's actually not like that. And you guys can correct me because I have no clue how she is physically necessarily. But if that's the case, I was gonna defend myself and be like, maybe she likes to organize her thoughts and her ideas, okay? And that's the way it manifests. Maybe not in the way that she cleans her room or the way that she decorates her place. That's just to defend myself in case it's not true. Anyway, so what other healing messages do we have for Chaeyoung? We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is full moon in Capricorn, telling me that her difficulties in her career are going to end soon. So whatever's holding her back in her career, it's coming to an end. She's going to be able to let go of that energy that's holding her back, those expectations that are holding her down as well. The other card that just flew out is New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So I'm getting this sense of just because she lets go of this energy that is not serving her, that she doesn't like, she will, what was I going to say? If she lets go of that energy, that doesn't mean that she's left in the dark, that things are not going to work out. It just means that things are going to adapt and change into this new energy, into this new perspective. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Void, of course, Moon. Nothing will come of the situation. So I do feel that it's this sense of, if she doesn't let go of the past, which is the other card on the bottom, then she will have a very difficult time moving forward and doing her own thing, because by holding on to the past or these values that this person is instilling in her career, then it's going to be very, very, very difficult for her to just get anything done, because she's not going to be happy even if she's doing things. She's not going to feel successful because they're not the things that she wants to do anyway, so she's not going to be content with life. The card that we have right now just popped out is the Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. This solid foundation is meant to be filled with the things that she wants to do, with the things that she desires, and the things that she loves. Not the things that she thinks she has to do, nor is it the things that she thinks that she has to follow. She needs to let go of the expectations people have of her if they don't make her happy, because she will be doing stuff but she will not feel accomplished or successful or content, because those were not even things she wanted to do in the first place. So let's see what other healing messages that we have for Chaeyoung. Healing messages coming through. We have Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. So I do feel that she definitely has to build a stronger foundation, but the only way she can do that is if she lets go of that thing that's holding her in the past, or that tough cycle that she has to get rid of, or else no changes can happen if she allows that energy in her career to continue holding her back. Let's see what other healing messages we have. We have the Cat Spirit, we have the Grasshopper Spirit. So this Cat Spirit is something that came earlier in her current energy. We had the Empress, and in there I had a cat, which I was kind of referencing this card. This Cat Spirit, claim your independence. So do your own thing. Let go of those expectations people have of you. I think her healing messages are strongly a continuation of her career. A little bit of her current energy, right? But it's mainly her career. Whatever was holding her back in that area of her life, they're telling her, let go of those expectations, let go of the weight that this person carries within your career, because it's not making you happy. It's getting in the way of your own success and your own happiness and your own contentment and enjoyment in life and your own sense of fulfillment, because you need to claim your independence. So the only way she can do that is if she lets go of this energy, if she lets go of that baggage. And of course, there's going to be a change, a transformation, and an end of a cycle, that's why it is a rebirth is assured. Like, she's going to let go of those old habits and bring in the new ones, and that's why she is divinely guided and protected in making that solid foundation. And that solid foundation is supposed to be one that is filled with her own expectations, her own happiness, and her own fulfillment, and her own sense of success. The next card that we have is the Grasshopper Spirit. Take a leap of faith. This leap of faith is to know that she has luck in her side, to know that I think she lacks the content, and because this is the card that we had, right? So I think she lacks the information that she will be protected regardless of what she does. Just that if she stays in the energy she's currently in, it will be difficult to protect her, because she's going to be blocking herself constantly because she's going against her own wishes. And it's difficult to work with someone that is blocking themselves, because then you can't get messages through. And when I mean messages through, I mean like spirit can't work with you, because you probably don't want to work with them, since you're not content. So you're probably too focused on your own things. And I feel that's kind of what's happening with her. Like, if she takes that leap of faith, she will be going through a difficult time as well. But it's difficult because now she's on her own and she's doing her own thing. So it's going to be difficult to figure out how to make the things that she matters work. Because I guess there's this sense of like, what if they don't work? Or maybe I did the wrong thing. Or if I'm doing what I want, why am I not happy with it yet? Or why is it not easy, right? But it's just because she's just working differently, and she just has to adapt to those changes. And even though it is what she wants and what she loves, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It will just be worth it. The cards that we have is Be Fearless and Bold, which is the Badger Spirit. I do feel that she has a lot of confidence, but I do feel what she lacks is the ability to take action on that confidence, right? I feel that she has a strong personality. She's very confident with herself and her personality, her way of doing things, but she may lack the ability to take action towards something new, right? I think she has kind of stuck herself with the same foundation of things, of just going with the flow, or just doing what's right in accordance to whatever energy she's in. So we have the Bee Spirit reverse. Sweet results await. So I think she may not believe that good things are coming her way and that things are going to happen, but life is like, we are working with you. You know, I understand that right now we can't make you do things because we have to settle your environment first before we can make you take that before you take that leap of faith in taking action, right? For that leap of faith that they're talking about here with the grasshopper is like, have faith that we're going to work with you and we're going to help you through it. And even though right now we're telling you to wait, we're working in things and making sure they're getting done. So that's where he just has to like understand that not necessarily to let go of control, because I do think she's patient. I think it's just so that she has the context, or she has the knowledge, or the understanding that it's not really on her right now that things are not working. It's just that things just have to life is working and making sure they happen and making sure that everything's settled out and ready for her to start taking action when they have everything prepared, right? So it's kind of like they're preparing the tools, the destination points, and the checkpoints, and all of that, so like that when she's ready, she can go through with them when that time is right, of course. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. So I think life is kind of like, just enjoy life right now. Just try to, if you want, you can distract yourself by doing things that you love, things that you have fun with, and of course, the biggest thing, let go of those expectations that are holding you back, so you can do what you love, so you can do what you enjoy, so you can do what you have fun with, do what you're content with, do things. When you do stuff like that, she's going to feel more fulfilled, she's going to feel successful, she's going to feel happy, and she will feel like it's worth it, whatever struggles she goes through and whatever difficulties and challenges she goes through, because she's doing it from a place of love, and she's doing it from a place of wanting it for her own benefit and her own good. And by doing stuff like that, it's going to help everybody else around her, because it's going to be like an inspiration for other people. It's going to be nice to have someone working their own energy, because then messages can go through that could help other people do their own thing, right? And I'm going to split the deck and see what we have right here. And we have the Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. So right there we have claim your independence and reclaim your power. I think that the way that Chaeyoung is reclaiming her power is by stepping out of her comfort zone. Definitely do not, if she allows herself to not let the past hold her back, whatever people she thought she had to fulfill their expectations, if she lets go of that idea, then she's reclaiming her power, because now she's doing what she wants to do at her own pace, when she wants to do it, however she wants to do it. And that again will bring her a lot of fulfillment, because it comes from her own heart and not from what other people are imposing on her and what other people are telling her. So yeah, I'll leave that there. I hope you found this fun, I hope you found this entertaining, and I want you guys to keep in mind that I don't really know what's up, or I don't really know what she's doing, or I don't really know how she is necessarily, but I really enjoyed her energy. And you know how I am, well, I don't know if you know how I am, but I really love reading the love section of these relationships, especially if it's something nice. So I do really wish that she finds someone that is going to treat her right, someone that will work with her in a loving way, rather than again, like a triggering way. You know, someone that brings her a lot of love, respect, and a lot of abundance that way, of course. So yeah, I really look forward to the day that she finds that person, wherever they are. But I do think that right now her biggest issue at hand is her career. I don't necessarily think there's uncertainty of what path to take, in the sense of like it's unstable grounding, as much as it's like, okay, she's being pushed towards doing what she wants to do. So now that's the difficult part. What does she want to do, right? She has confidence on who she is as a person, but she may lack the confidence in taking action towards what it is that she desires. But I think her biggest issue right now is that she may not really know how to manifest that in a physical way, or even how to put her feelings into thoughts, into ideas, into something a little bit more tangible, if that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it fun, and I hope you liked it. I was very calm with her reading, so I'm very thankful for that, to the point that I actually kind of got sleepy. I think she has a very calming energy and very focused as well, so I really enjoyed that one. And I really liked how she feels like she likes to have all of the cards very well organized, and I have to say that both of my Virgo and Libra tendencies were very happy with how beautiful and harmonious the energy felt as I was just laying down the cards. So yeah, I don't know, I think that's, I kind of wanted to say that one for some reason. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this is the third time I said this, because I'm trying to like close it, but then something else comes out. So yeah, I hope you, I guess you could have learned something from this, I'm not too sure. So yeah, I'll leave that there. And yeah, love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one, whenever that is.